Listen, ladies, if you're gonna practice celibacy, that big word that everybody throwing out, and it's becoming like a little dumb trend. Like, people won't go have 4 and 5 kids, and several sex partners. Then when it comes to the man that they want to marry or whatever, where they feel like they done wore their little self out. Now y'all want some man to come and just take y'all out, wine and dine y'all, coach y'all, show y'all a good time. And no, you, out of all people, I'm not gonna have sex with, but I'm gonna have sex with several different bums along the way. And now I'm just not gonna. That's how a man look at it. Like I know y'all thinking like, well, I'm just trying to, cause I'm just tired of giving my body to different people and it's not working out. I totally get it, females. I'm a female. But at the end of the day, when you don't keep it to yourself, like if that's what you're doing, let it be like some type of secret. Go out, be modest, please dress up and not show any cleavage, no butt, no thighs, no legs, no nothing. Like, just don't have a man turned on by anything on your body. Like, make sure you're not sexually appealing or anything. But you can't practice this celibacy stuff and then half naked on dates and then want to go chill and be cuddling and all that. How you think that's gonna work? You're making this man loins hot, and then you laying around there talking about, oh, I'm not having sex until marriage. A man don't hear none of that. You know what they hear? Like, you done gave it up to everybody else, but not me. Bitch, you ain't about to knock my self-esteem. I'm out of here. Like, go to the next simp that's gonna lay around and take you out and do this and do that for you, and you won't have sex with them. I'm not simping with you. That's how a man look at it. So, female, stop going around with this trend and then wearing jewelry and wearing earrings and rings and necklaces talking about you celibate, and men look at that and just no, don't talk to her, she's celibate and whatever. It's just stop. This new celibacy trend is really crazy. If it's something that you're going to do, baby, keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Like, just be quiet about it. Just do it. Let it be what you do and let it be what it is. But I don't think you're gonna knock a man down with that celibacy rule and you think he gonna stick around, because anything a man do for you is really to the end of that. If they open the doors, am I gonna get some cat? If they pull your child, am I gonna get some cat? If they call you throughout the day checking on, am I gonna get some cat? If they text you, am I gonna get some cat? Like, everything a man think about at the end of their thoughts is, am I gonna smash? And if they know you celibate, they know they ain't no into that. So what that means, I'm not putting in no effort for no woman to have 6 kids and now she don't want me to hit. I'm out of this shit. It's really the way it is.
Oh, okay. After 6 kids, you decide to become celibate. Wow, great. And we are supposed to be here to bow down to that. Yeah, right.
And I believed it. Meanwhile, when a woman tells you she's celibate, that's a translation for, I'm tired of being ran through. So I'm trying to make sure when I sleep with the next guy, I get something for it. Now she wants to turn celibate for you. She's looking for a beta male provider. She's looking for a guy to come take care of her in exchange for what she's already given to a lot of dudes. When a woman is celibate, it usually means this is her strategy to get a man to lock her down, to get a man to give her commitment, because what she's been doing before didn't work. If the guys in her past loved who she was, wanting to marry her, she wouldn't be available to tell you this nonsense. So what she was doing didn't work. Don't fall for it, bro. Number 6.
I feel like there was definitely a shift in my mindset when I became celibate and I started seeing more serious candidates. So I've been abstaining from sex for just over a year and a half. And prior to that, I was like half celibate and I was sleeping with this one guy. And I told him that I don't like to have sex straight away because I get attached. Like, I know that I do. And like, I want something serious. And so he was like, yeah, I'm on that. Played the long game, and then a few months in, he got what he wanted and it turned into booty calls. And I remember punishing myself. I was like, oh my god, you've added a body, you need to make this work. Like, no, you don't. Like, bro, you don't owe anyone anything. If this man is not adding value to your life, then why is he in it? But I couldn't see that because I was attached to him, because I gave him my energy, because I trusted this person. And so now with celibacy, I can see all the red flags and I can ask myself if this person adds value. And as I'm looking for a serious relationship, I will ask men on the first date, yo, like, I'm celibate, so we're not gonna have sex, is that okay? And if they act a certain type of way, I won't be seeing them again. And this is how I found this person, because he was very respectful of my boundaries.
Well, she just said it all herself. She played the long-term game.
I don't think you guys realize how easy it is to be celibate in this generation. Like, to my girls out there, I don't know if you guys are trying to be celibate or not. I have for the past year, and I'm coming up on my year of celibacy, and it's just been so easy because yes, there is good looking men out here, like physically attractive, but the second they open their mouth and start talking, it's just like turned off, want nothing to do with you. Within a week, I'm like uninterested because you guys are just boring. There is nothing more to you besides your look. Nothing about them turns me on and wants and like persuades me to, oh my gosh, I'm more attracted to him because of his mindset. Like, I'm coming up in a year of celibacy and it feels like it's the easiest thing ever.
Why do women need to broadcast the fact that they are celibate? If you are, you are. Enough. Coming out on TikTok and making sure every man knows just shows you're another woman playing the long game.
Ladies, only me does not want us women chasing him any longer, okay? He is begging and pleading in this comment section that we all collectively stop chasing him and stop chasing men in general. It'll make their lives so much easier and they'll have so much more peace and so much more tranquility. Okay, so this is an announcement, ladies. Stop chasing him. Stop.
Bitterness is coming through.
I want to get laid. Hi guys, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Claudia Marant. I'm the author of Notes from Limbo, my blog that I recently just started on Substack. Let's talk about celibacy. We as women have an extremely powerful portal attached to the spiritual realm right here. We have the ability to create life and release death right inside of us, and not everybody deserves access to that. I get it. And you saw him on Instagram making out with some hussy, and now you want to get your lick back. But wait, the best revenge is honoring yourself in the ways that he never did. And that begins with not giving somebody else access to you.
Well, should we also not have access to look at you in that attire?
Celibacy increases your discernment because it's almost impossible to be stupid over a man you haven't let rearrange your guts. Let's talk about it. The reason why your discernment is off is because you keep betraying yourself. You keep allowing men in. You keep spreading yourself thin, energetically, spiritually, sexually, all the above, right? To please a man. Right? You keep going back on your own word. You keep denying your own intuition because you're looking for validation through a man. Through a man. You're looking for validation through a man. Sit with that. Think about it. Okay, yes, it's fucking crazy. Okay, so I'm glad we agree. When you give yourself to a man, an undeserving man, that can't even do the bare fucking minimum, like make reservations or call you to check how your day was, probably doesn't even text you, did you get home safe, after you've pulled up on him at 11 o'clock at night, did what you did, right? And then went on your way. Keep saying it's friends with benefits. What bill have you gotten paid? Of course your discernment is off. Look at how fucked up you got yourself. But the good thing is, you can step back into your power at any given time. So you should do that. Okay? I love you.
This one was the most sensible one of all. She said some good facts that women will use for their advantage.
Women do not like men. And the reason that most women don't like men is because these men try to hold them accountable and don't let them play the victim. You have to understand that a lot of women will intentionally date piece of shit men just so they don't have to have accountability in their behavior in the relationship, because it takes two to tango. And then these women come across my page and assume that because of what I talk about, I'm against them. But the reality is that everybody is sick of the excuses for your poor behavior. No one is trying to invalidate your experience. We're just trying to tell you that you played a part in the downfall of how your life is and the things that you've gone through. Additionally, women only like men for what they can provide for them. So as soon as the money runs out or whatever it is that they're looking for, that's why they have the backup plans or the rosters or whatever it is. You have to understand, if you learn anything from my platform, is that women do not hang around people that do not validate them. This goes for friendships and romantic relationships. And they don't even realize that it's happening 9 times out of 10. Because the only reason that women stay friends with women is, one, if they don't like the same man. Like, as soon as 2 girls like the same boy, that's the end of the friendship. Or the other scenario is like, if one girl is a hoe and is out here having a roster and the other friend's like, nah, I'm just going to hang out with my boyfriend, or I'm going to be single and work on my career. That's also not going to work. And why is that? It's because those 2 people are not validating each other, which is why women cannot stand men. Men will hold them accountable. Men will make them honest. Men will tell them shit that they don't want to hear, just like you'll tell them, you know, the lashes are ugly, the makeup is ugly, all the bullshit that women do is ugly, and they don't want to hear it because you're not validating them. And women will preach all day long that men are the ones that hate women, but at the end of the day, I have to wonder if women really hate men because, well, you're not agreeing with them. Okay, bye.
Good men don't care anymore. We are never going to deal with any of that again.
Why do women hate men?
Why do you hate men? I don't fucking know. I think women hate men because of past trauma, because of hurt. They're not actually looking at the big picture because it's got nothing to do with them. It's actually about yourself.
In our world today, women have advanced a lot. We're a lot more independent and we've got more choice. Like, we've got more autonomy over the choices that we make in our lives. Even like 50 years ago, they couldn't live a life on their own. So now that we've got that choice, a lot of women are choosing to do that. But I actually don't see women being happier or men being happier. And I can say this as a woman who has felt negative feelings towards men in general due to past hurt, past situations, but it's made us a lot more hardened and a lot more independent. And I'm always curious just to understand whether that has actually made us happier as women.
Because social media makes them believe they are more important than they really are.
Fucking come to.
What has it come to?
If I pull up to your house to make a delivery and you have like a fucking like Blue Lives Matter flag, any of that stupid fucking like Let's Go Brandon shit, like signs about like shooting trespassers, like even like one too many American flags, like your shit is getting left at the end of the driveway. Like, I don't fucking care if it's ice cream.
Just imagine the amount of self-righteousness that a person would actually have to have in order to be able to justify treating other people in such a way just because they don't agree with their opinions.
I'm not coming within 10 feet of your home. I am not getting shot by some like Fox News addled conservative who fucking is just waiting at the door with a rifle. Like, it's not happening.
I really wonder if they could have fit in any more generalizations into that statement.
You have been marked unsafe. Like, this is what it has come to with you people. Like, you are marked unsafe. I'm not fucking coming to your house. It's not happening.
After hearing all that, if one does not feel safe around individuals that support blue lives, value the sanctity of their own property, and support the United States by displaying the American flag, where exactly does one feel safe? The possibilities.
One of my biggest pet peeves is when girls are always saying how all guys are trash and that they're going to be single forever. It bothers me so much. Believe me when I say I've been hurt before. And I was in that same exact mindset for many, many years where I literally thought, oh my gosh, all guys are trash. I'm never going to find anyone. And I would constantly be attracting the same kinds of guys. And then I would be wondering, why do I keep attracting the same kind of guy? Because my mindset never changed. If you genuinely want to find a partner and somebody who is a good person for you, you have to change the way that you think about relationships and love in general. If you believe that you're going to be single forever and that all guys are the same and that all guys are trash and that all guys are going to treat you the same, then that is what is going to be your reality. For some reason, it's easier to think in a negative mindset than it is to think in a positive mindset. So that's why you have to really, really consciously change the way that you think about relationships. I vividly remember one day I was like, you know what? I'm just going to let it go and I'm going to wait for the right guy to come along. And I wrote a list of all the things and all the qualities I wanted in a man, not just like look wise, but actual, human being wise, what I wanted. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to write it down and let it go. I'm not kidding. A week later, That is when I met my boyfriend and when he came into my life. And he is the greatest man I have ever met and I've ever been with. And I literally cannot imagine him coming into my life when I was in that negative mindset about all guys are the same, because it just wouldn't have happened, because I wouldn't have attracted him. You know what I mean? That's why it's just so important to change your mindset about relationships. If you think all guys are trash, then you're right. All guys are trash. If you think you're going to be single forever, you're right. You're going to be single forever. Until you change your mentality and start realizing that you deserve a man who's going to love you. You deserve a man who's going to be faithful to you. You deserve a man who is not going to make you cry and make you question whether they want to be with you or not. And another thing, if you are still messing with a guy that you know is not good for you, you are never going to attract the right guy. Never. You cannot expect to find the person that you want to be with forever if you are still hung up on that trash ass guy. Please. I'm saying this in the nicest way possible. If you are one of those girls who are like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be single forever. Oh my gosh, I'm never going to find anybody. Please take the next 2 months of the year to really just let go, focus on yourself. And I promise you, as soon as you start to love yourself and believe that you deserve better, the right guy will come along and you will not have to question whether he wants to be with you or not. We are not settling anymore, ladies. Stop settling for trash. Stop it. Okay, that's done. Have a good day.
Notice how she only focuses on what women deserve, want, and feel, rather than what they offer, are, and give. Sad that no matter how you preach, men are done.
No, males are not choosing, but
Oh, yes, they are.
but I do find it hilarious how they are all like, yeah, we're done with women. That's why we're all single, because we chose to be done with women.
You know, if someone tells you something often enough, maybe you should start believing them because, yeah, a lot of men are just completely done with dating.
You guys didn't choose that. You know you didn't choose that.
Oh, but they did. What exactly is so hard to believe about that?
You know that right now women are becoming really picky and not choosing men that all they do is bring a paycheck.
Like I said before, there's a lot of women that are very upset that a lot of guys are actually choosing to be single because they want all of the power for themselves and to be able to dictate who they date. It is incomprehensible to some that guys actually can choose who to date.
Although there are still women out there who will accept that. And I suggest you go find them and leave us alone.
Oh, I don't think that'll be a problem at all because it's almost like personality types similar to some that we've just seen are almost the very reasons why a lot of guys are choosing to remain single.
Yes, men are choosing to be single. We know that's very hard to understand for some egotistical ladies. Some men genuinely enjoy their independence and would rather stay that way than settle for something that doesn't make sense for them.
So yesterday, I made a video in which I put out my theory that the majority, or at least most men that are single, are not as lonely as a lot of individuals out there would like us to believe. In fact, from the majority of the comments from men, most men have actually found it rather peaceful being single. And this seemed to upset some individuals, and by some I mean some women, some of whom left some very disparaging comments in regards to what they thought of me. But it doesn't matter what they think of me. What I want to know is why would some women get upset that men are more happy single than they were in relationships? Because I think we all know that sometimes it's worse to be in a relationship with someone that doesn't appreciate you than to be single and be by yourself, where you don't have to worry about impressing anyone or worrying about what they're doing. So why would some be upset about what the guys were saying?
You know, I see why men are staying single because look around. We have women out here bragging about not cooking, not cleaning, not taking care of their home, not being soft, and not being supportive. And then expecting a man to show up as a provider, leader, planner, protector, and lover, while giving him absolutely nothing in return. And yes, I will be the one to say it. A home needs a woman who actually enjoys being a woman. A woman who takes pride in making her home feel warm and peaceful. A woman who loves her man in the same way that she wants to be loved. That is not oppression, that is care. Men are tired of being treated like a walking wallet. Tired of disrespect. Tired of begging for affection and a little peace. So, they are choosing to stay single, not because they hate women, but because they are looking for a woman that values her role just as much as his. And honestly, I don't blame them, because relationships only work when both people show up and give.
Men are staying single because so many women want a husband but don't want the work that comes with a real relationship. Marriage used to mean partnership, not convenience.
Watching, brothers. Remember, stay focused, stay free, and keep walking your own path. If you found value in this video, drop a like, share your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe for more content on self-mastery and independence. Until next time, walk tall, stay true.